Hey, kia ora whanau. Boy Lazy Eye doing my production vlog for our upcoming event. One out Auckland back to work. Saturday 25th of November, Waitemata Rugby Club. 2 p.m., 6 p.m., free entry. Alright, so how this is going to work is I'm going to have a corridor about the card, give who I think is going to win and why. Also, I'm going to give suggestions on battles I like to see the MCs take in the future. Now, I've had a nosy at the polls on the discussion group. Gonna be honest, I disagree with most of them. So this should be a fun corridor. Looking forward to chopping it up afterwards. For anyone that disagrees. Yeah, anyway, without further ado, Gordon Ramsay, let's cook. Alright, first battle of the card. Codes versus D-Rad MC. Cool curtain opener. Both bros are hungry. Seen the auditions, seen D-Rad's battle in Oz, props to him. Not easy battling out of town, let alone out of the country. From what I've seen, I think both bros could use a little work in the writing department. Performances seem okay. I feel like for this, it's going to come down to the MC who has just a little bit more presence from what I can tell from what I've seen in the videos. And that's Codes. I just feel from what I've seen on D-Rad and him, Codes just has a bit more charisma, which I think will help him sell his material a bit better and edge him the win. So yeah, I got Codes taking that one 2-1. Just on a side note, I reckon both bros should take a little break from the discussion group. Just use the rest of these next few weeks to prep your material as best as you can and let your battle do the talking for you on the day. But otherwise, welcome to the big leagues, boys. Good luck. All right. Fabes Cuz versus J-Rex. Sulphur City, Bridge the Gap, Rotorua, and the Whare. This is cool, man. This feels like an old school throwback battle. Haven't seen any of these guys in like half a decade. So it's cool. So for this, Rex has done way more battles than Fabes. But Fabes has more quality in his. Because bro Rex, a lot of stumbles and chokes. Fabes, not so much. He's a lot more cleaner. So I feel Fabes' history of consistency that rhymed. Bars don't let the player hit the game. Is what's gonna his history of it's gonna edge on this. I reckon he's gonna take this 2-1. Yeah, it's gonna be a good battle. Close though. So Fabes Cuz 2-1. I'm hoping this battle inspires the other Vegas boys to come out the woodworks. Easy P, Known One, still wanna see Shades Cuz versus Steeler. Battles I want to see them take, I'd like to see J-Rex versus Blaine Cassidy, Fabes Cuz versus Danger. Alright. Excuse me. Repick versus Clue. Yeah. This is going to be a cool battle, man. Ghost Dyke, Silver Gang, we out here. I feel for this. So Clue's done a lot of battles. It's been hit and miss in a lot of them. Repick, only done a handful, but I feel he's been more consistent and more on point in his. And I feel like out of the two of them, he's more reliable to be consistent and give us 3 complete rounds on the day. So for this, I'm leaning Repick, edging each round, just and going on track record. Yeah, gonna be a good battle though. Yeah, Repick edging each round. Battles I want to see: Repick versus JFX. JFX come back. Clue versus Swish. Alright. Oh, and shout out to Shades Cuz because he has Clue and Repick's best battles in his catalog. It's a little fun fact. Alright. Excuse me. Horror Specs versus Campset. Yeah, double hitters from the 04. This is cool, man. Both bros are really great writers. Different styles, but the writing is the same impact. Another thing they bring to the table is rebuttal game. Both dudes can flip. Cam's been doing flips his whole career. Specs had some really good rebuttals against Dark at Isobars. So they have that going for them. Writing, rebuttals. For me, what's going to come down to is the one who has the slightly better performance, just projects a little bit stronger, sells the material a little bit sharper. Horror Specs. I reckon, yeah. Cam, also, I just feel Specs just performs a little bit better. And I think that's what's going to edge him the win. So I got Horror Specs 2-1. It's going to be a great battle. This is my pick for Battle of the Night, personally. But battles I want to see them take: Haruspex versus Ego, Cam Set versus Jair. Oh, that rhymed also. Bars. Speaking of Jair, we got Jair versus Joshi E. Compliment battle. Wasn't a big fan of the compliment battle format back in the day, but after seeing Doc and Latu, Salt and Sober at Lockdown, I'm fully on board now. Joshi, one of the best performers in the country. I think him doing music helps too. Helps the stage presence, and he's up against one of the GOATs. Gotta give Jair his flowers. He's one of the best in the country. I think he's our longest active battle rapper in New Zealand. Been doing it over 10 years now. And props to him, man, because no matter what era battle rap goes through, Jair can still adapt and come back and kill it. So I feel for this, excuse me. So Josh is the strong performer, in my opinion. But Jair's writing is enough, I reckon, to match the performance. And I feel like after his performance against Clue wasn't the greatest, I feel like he'd want to come back but stronger. So that, mixed with his pen, should be enough to edge Joshi. So, yeah, especially because Josh's energy is going to be crazy. And saying that, like, it's a common battle, so unpredictable. Yeah, but face value, man, I got Jair edging each round, but so happy Joshi E's battle rapping these days. Yeah, battles I want to see them take. Joshi E versus Dr. Apocalypse, Multifest, please. And again, Jair versus Campson. All right. Now, we're down to the last two contender match. Tick versus Sober. Man, it's gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be classic already. Now, these two guys, excuse me, and Papa Mac have put in a lot of good quality work over the years, so they deserve their shine. And I'm glad they're getting it. I feel like back in the day, I might have... Sober never used to have... excuse me. Sober stepped up his performance massively compared to back in the day. And now it's on par with Tix, who's always been a good performer. So they're matched on that now. I feel like what's going to come down to is the writing. And I personally edge that to Sober. I feel like Tix, no slouch though. Great writer. I just prefer Sober's material, his writing. And I feel like that's going to lean him to taking this. So yeah. But shout out to Tick. South Oaks, Gateway, but I'm going Dubtown Sober. 2-1. Yeah, battles I want to see them take. Bro, I'd like to see Tick versus Stash. And this next one's going to be tricky. Sober versus Mac. But that could be tricky with what's going to happen with this match and the next one. But yeah, me. Moving on. Our grand finale. Title match. Lenzo versus Papa Mac. Yes, now been a long time coming for this one. Papa Mac has been killing it since half a decade. Always consistent, always puts on a good performance. Against Lenzo, Bluey, Watara, we out here. He's been always consistent as well. He's been killing it since STFU against Randy. Yeah, man. Now Mac, whatever happens, he cemented himself, I believe, as top tier. Dude's put in those time. So I feel like, so for this, I went on categories: writing, performance, delivery, presence, crowd control, all of that. Papa Mac does all of that well. Flawless. I just feel Lenzo does everything in those categories that I mentioned, just a little bit better. Just bit more flair, kick to his punches, performance. Yeah, and I feel like I feel like the champ is still gonna stay the champ. So yeah, for this, each round by a hair, Lenzo. But both dudes are barely gonna be left standing, I reckon. With after this clash, yeah, it's gonna be one for the ages, and I feel comfortable knowing that whoever wins, I think the championship is in good hands. Yeah. So Lenzo each round for that one. Bluey, yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see Mac versus Sober. I can't think of anyone for Lenzo to battle. He's pretty much battled the whole top tier. Maybe an international in a year or so. But yeah, thanks for listening to me. Kōrero on whānau. Yeah, So Saturday, 25th of November, Waitemata Rugby Club, 2 p.m., 6 p.m., free entry. Please come out, whānau. We're down to the point where it's one event a year now. Excuse me. So it is quality over quantity. Yeah, now it's a good way to end the year. Yeah, looking forward to this. Shout out to Dila, Sura, Sis, Doc for putting this on. Now looking forward to catching up with everyone. All right, whānau, lace them up.